More Young Thug Theatrics. This attorney was fired by the witness that was on the stand, and she fell into the trap of not following protocol, which is if you're either the attorney of record or you're making a special appearance. Special appearance lawyers are not tied to the case. So the judge would not let her step down, even though the client had fired her. And she made some conflicting statements. First, she said she appeared as a courtesy. Well, there's really no such thing as a courtesy appearance. It's either special appearance and you say it when you walk in. Hello, Judge, I'm here specially appearing for so-and-so because he's unavailable. He's tied up in another trial. I'm here for the case management conference. Judge knows that that's it. You're out as soon as the case management conference is done. If you sign your name to pleadings, or you walk into court and just start acting like you represent the person, you're supposed to file substitutions of attorneys. There's supposed to be a written record of it because attorneys are not allowed to just simply walk away from a case. It's not like Legally Blonde, where she looks at the Harvard lawyer and says, "You're fired." Excuse me, you're in my chair. It doesn't work like that. Even though the client fired her and wanted nothing more to do with her, she's now stuck having to show up until that order is signed, proof of service filed, and then she can officially get away. So, she might be looking at unpaid time, and you'll see her irritation. Anyway, this is Lawyering 101, and it's been a long time since I've even seen this happen. What can you say?
Before we call in our jury, it has been brought to the court's attention that...
How not to step down as a lawyer?
Mr. Copeland's counsel, Ms. Bumpus, would like to be released. Is that correct, madam? Okay, all right. Sir.
Okay, so I'm just going to set this up right away. When you're a lawyer and you're counsel of record, you need to file a substitution of attorney and file it right away, have the client sign it, and you're out of the case. However, you can't just drop a case when it would put the client at harm. You got to smooth that over. So there must be some time to get them to find another lawyer. Like if a major motion's coming up, you just can't bail out on the client. You would be then harming the client. This lawyer comes out with hands in pockets, says that she was just appearing as a courtesy, which makes no sense because you're either going to appear specially, which means you're not counsel of record. You're filling in for the actual lawyer who might be busy, tied up in something else, or you're counsel of record. And you have to be very careful that you don't get yourself mixed into that. So she said she appeared as a courtesy, which is ludicrous. And now the judge is going to keep her in the case because she didn't formally withdraw or have him step down. Now he's going to say that she was fired. You'll watch the reporter kind of smirk because it's so great the way he said it, just right to the point, and he doesn't want her. I don't know what the history is between him and that lawyer, but I don't think he feels doesn't think very highly of her. So let's watch.
Mr. Copeland, is it your desire to release your counsel at this point in time?
She fat.
Look at the reporter smile.
Okay. So do you wish to represent yourself in these particular,
It's still
in terms
smiling.
of any issues you may have in this particular?
Do I got a choice?
I'm sorry?
Good question.
Do I got a choice?
Yes, you do.
And what are those?
You can keep the lawyer that you have right
I don't
now.
want her.
All right. You could certainly hire another lawyer, or the court could appoint you a lawyer.
This guy's done with this.
What I need a lawyer for? Just, what
No, it's just the court is just asking you whether it's your choice, sir.
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Ms. Bumpus, did you file an entry of appearance? And he has 10 days to object.
Look at her hands in pockets.
Say again.
I was never his counsel. Attorney Melnick was his counsel, and I was stepping in as a courtesy for judicial efficiency.
She said, I was never counsel. Somebody else was.
For me to file a motion to withdraw.
Well,
The court reporter is
given
gesturing
the
to this
fact
guy to make
that you
turn him the
have
mic.
represented Mr. Copeland at
Watch her
this
say
point in
thank you.
time, it would seem appropriate that you do need to, in fact, file a formal withdrawal. Even though you didn't enter one, you de facto entered this case by your representation of him, or you telling the court that you did, in fact, represent him.
Yeah.
So
Judge has got
At
a
this
point.
point, I'm not inclined to release you until that's done.
I'll get that done now, Judge.
Okay. All right.
Now, this is an awkward situation. The attorney and the client obviously don't like each other. And you can tell from her body language, she's very upset about this because now she's stuck with him. And that means she has to come to court and probably won't get paid. I mean, if he's fired her, he's not going to want to pay her.
And he's got 10 days to go ahead and do that. So you're still going to have to be here until I have a.
That's true.
Because he gets that particular period of time
This is basic
to go
lawyering.
ahead and decide whether or not he'd like to hire a lawyer. That's the whole reason for the 10 days.
Well, I don't want to hire no.
Hold on. Not yet. You get that right as a party.
Let's go ahead.
Before he started testifying, I was fired.
Okay, that right away knocks out the idea that she was even appearing as a courtesy, which of course makes no sense. You either appear specially or you appear as regular counsel of record. You don't appear as a courtesy. If you're appearing as a courtesy, the best I could interpret that as special appearance. But now she's saying before he appeared, I was fired. I was fired before he testified. So it's not a courtesy anymore. You just admitted that you represented this guy. And that definitely is your error all the way.
I don't know that, ma'am. That's not something that I have noticed or knowledge of.
Look at her body
So,
language.
That's the whole purpose of the rules.
She exhaled
so that
and
we
she's
can
got kind
flesh
of
out
a
all those things. So at
attitude
this
now.
point in time, I'm not inclined to let you go at this point. I'm sorry that you put yourself in this particular situation with you and Mr. Melnick and whatever, but, Mr. Copeland does have rights in this particular circumstance. So
Look at her,
File
closing her eyes,
proper notice to withdraw.
exasperated.